Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Charlotte. If you're new here, I do videos on beauty, fragrance, books, and fitness. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here with me today. Today, I want to share with you a Juicy Couture haul. I was determined to find my Juicy Couture, the one for me. And I was just so intrigued by this line because it seemed to be such a departure from their usual scent profile. It seemed to be right down my alley. I went for it and I got all three from the collection. Two of them were the ones that I would have normally gotten, but then I was like, I'm gonna do a video on it and I'm gonna get all three and share it with you and tell you if it's worth it. And so, without further ado, let's get into it. I will get into it, but I am doing a no buy for 2021. So I need to clarify, this was bought before 2021. So the fragrances I got from me. So I don't know like if the collection was called something, I can't really find that, but so we have three of these fragrances right here. And first of all, these, I'm not a big fan of these bottles, like these bottles with the big dangly things, and I just find them tacky and clunky. And yeah, one of them actually came, this one is Majestic Woods, and this one came like, this was all, I just took it off because it was so annoying. So there you go, use it as a necklace for today. Yeah, anyway, this one is Majestic Woods. This one has woody notes, which it definitely smells oody. Woody notes, praline, and ambroxan, definitely unisex to my nose, and this smells really delicious. Yeah, this is amber woody sweet, musky vanilla, and yeah, exactly. So you have woody notes, ambroxan, amber, praline, and tonka bean. And this is one of those, these are the scents that I was also kind of hesitating about putting in my top 20 video, which if you haven't seen that video, you should go check it out. I'll put a link up. But then I was like, you know what? They're too new in my collection. I still need to experiment with them. But these are kind of almost loves at first sniffs. They smell really, really good. I'm really pleasantly surprised, and I'm honestly kind of confused as to why no one's talking about them. So good. So this is Majestic Woods. This is the one that my boyfriend preferred out of all three. It's my second favorite. Next we have the one that was my favorite at the beginning, and it's hard for me to tell which one's my favorite now, but anyway, this is Glistening Amber. Again, you must know now I like amber. And this one is a little bit sweeter to my nose than the other one. And this is described as it's funny actually, because the other one is described as being sweeter. So I'm just gonna put that out there. But this one's described as being amber, musky, powdery, smoky, sweet balsamic vanilla. This is just exactly the kind of scent I love. I said in my top 20 video, I mentioned that Olympéa Intense was like a sweet amber, and that it doesn't necessarily get that sweet. Like, to me, this is like the less sweet version of Olympéa Intense. Even though they're not the same. They're not the same. This one still has like that incensey, oody background that, you know, Olympéa Intense does not have, obviously, but the amber reminds me of that. And this one has so many notes that I really love. It has, at the top, it has frangipani and raspberry. In the middle, it has incense, vanilla, and orris adds that powderiness that I love. And in the base, we have amber, cashmere, and musk. And this is really, really beautiful. I'm so excited to have these in my collection, and why is no one talking about these? Especially since, like, these smell different from the mainstream to me, and a lot more affordable. Like, I got this, you can get it on the gray market for about $50. If you get them like, you know, full price, I think they're $155 or something, but I did not get it for those prices. this one, Glistening Amber, was really good. And then the one I kind of took a little sort of chance on, I guess, and I kind of, you know, decided I would do it for this video. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to buy something like if I think it's going to be terrible, but it's just, for me, it's not necessarily a safe blind buy because I'm not a super big rose fan. But this is not just any rose, it's rose Taif or Taif. I'm not sure how you say it, Taif rose or Taif rose. So this one's called Royal Rose. And you smell the rose right away, but it's an amber rose. So I smell the rose, the amber, powdery, smoky, vanilla. And yeah, the notes are just musk, heliotrope, incense, and the rose. And the Taif rose, or Taif rose, I thought it was Taif, but I heard someone say Taif, so I'm not sure, is supposed to be a slightly more potent rose with more tannin in it. It's supposed to have sort of like strong tea notes in it. It's a rose that comes from the Middle East. It's really, really yummy. It's really delicious, and it actually kind of reminds me of, what does it remind me of? Right, what was kind of interesting to me about this was that on first sniff, it reminded me a little bit of Club de Nuit Intense, the rose in it, but without the indoles, the indolic notes in it. So that's a lot more wearable to me. And what I found was that when you spray this, the rose is there, but the incense really, really comes alive. And that is just a beautiful marriage to me. The rose with the incense and the heliotrope. So I'm really excited about this one. I can't wait to experiment with it some more. I will let you know if my opinions change about these. But so far, to be honest, why is no one talking about these? Why are these not more hyped? I don't understand. They're so good. There's something in there for everyone. I have heard, which I find very hard to imagine, or like I find hard to believe, but some people think they all smell the same. They do not smell the same to me. Like, to me, saying they all smell the same is like saying like all my sweet perfumes smell the same or something. Like, there's no, they're all very different. They all have that oudi base note though, that I think if you're not used to it, it might take you by surprise. You might be taken aback. Or if you don't like oudi notes, you might not be happy about that. But I'm someone who is kind of in the middle. Oud is interesting to me and I like it, but it can also ruin a fragrance for me. So I am in the middle, and so that's why I think it is worth exploring, even if you are not the biggest fan of oud. And they don't advertise it as oud, it has that oudiness in it. You can smell it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. If you've tried one of these fragrances, please let me know down below what you thought of them. And yeah, have you heard of these? Like, are you interested? What kind of what fragrance have you worn lately or found lately that you're like, why is nobody talking about this? What's going on? It's so good. Let me know down below. I want to know. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, I hope that you will like it and that you will subscribe to my channel. Please take care. See you next time. Bye.